I'm Myron Roderick. I'm president of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame Museum. The museum and Hall of Fame was established in 1976, and we just finished up having our 26th induction into the Wrestling Hall of Fame. We have two areas that we cover at the Hall of Fame. We store and display the history of our sport, and then we also induct the honorees. Yeah, we're here in the Bill Hines Library, which is the largest wrestling library in the world. We have, of course, the books stored back here. We have the largest stamp collection in the world as far as wrestling is concerned. We have some of the oldest books. I think it goes back to 1896, and then we got one 1647 on it. So this is where a lot of research is done for the sport of wrestling. This is one of the display areas that we have established. It's one of the all-time great wrestlers in collegiate athletics, Cael Sanderson from Iowa State. Cael won 159 matches, lost none, won 4 NCAA championships, and 4 Outstanding Wrestlers Award, which has never been done by anybody in the history of the NCAA. So it's really an honor for us here at the Hall of Fame to be able to display such a great individual in our collegiate sports. This area displays the history of our sport, which we think is the oldest sport in civilization, and it goes back 5,000 years or more as far as the history shows. And of course, it's been in a lot of different styles in a lot of different countries. This area is probably one of the most interesting areas that we have in the hall. It's the history of our sport. Tells about every division, every area of national champions. We have Division I, we have Division II and III, NAIA, Junior College, USA Wrestling, and this is a place a lot of people spend a lot of time on because they've been to the national tournaments and they remember these matches and so on. So I think we're the only museum that has the history of the sport on the walls. This is the international room, which we display all the Olympic champions and international champions, and of course all high school wrestlers are hoping someday that this will be the final room for them. Of course, these two are the Olympic champions in 2000 at Sydney, with Roland Gardner, of course, being the big hero of the Olympic Games. Of course, one of the areas of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame Museum is to show the history of our sport, and we start here with the early history of 1900 and go throughout around the Hall of Fame until we get to the end of 2002. And basically what we do is show the outstanding people in that area and some of the equipment and headgears and those type of things that you could relate back to what they used in the early days. And each case represents a certain area of time in our sport, showing the important individuals in the sport as well as equipment and the history of the sport. The Dave Schultz High School Excellence Award is one of the most important awards we give because it demonstrates what our sport's all about. We select a high school senior in each state based on character, athletic ability, and scholarship. And then we pick 5 regional winners and a national winner. And this is the cream of the crop of the high school kids. This area is probably one of the most interesting areas for people coming into the Hall of Fame because it's the Hall of Outstanding Americans. These people wrestled but became famous outside our sport in their special field. We have 4 presidents in here. We have Secretary of Defense Rumsfeld and the Speaker of the House Hastert. This area is the Distinguished Members area, and this is the highest award we give in amateur wrestling. We're giving it to 3 outstanding wrestlers, some of the greatest we've ever had: Kendall Cross, Bruce Bumgarner, and Jim Shear. Hey, we're excited about your interest in our great sport of amateur wrestling. I hope you enjoyed the tour of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame, and if you get a chance to be in Stillwater, Oklahoma, come by and see us.